Hello everyone, we're just going to have a little play with some craft foam to see how we go cutting that out and whether we need to change any settings. So I'm going to choose just a normal shape. Let's go back one, go into this one. Let's pick something that's a bit more interesting. Come around here, we'll scroll down. Something with a bit of holes, perhaps that one there. 100mm. I don't really want that big, perhaps we'll just go. Well, we'll see how that goes. And okay, there's just one piece to that one. You can see it's only got piece A. Some of these designs actually have multiple pieces and you'll be able to select which pieces you want to cut out, or you can choose the whole lot, all the selection, and cut them all out at the same time. And 50mm, we'll see how big that turns out. Now I already scanned my map previously, so that is I've taped the foam board down a little bit. It's called Eva in some places. Basically foam. It's a few mil thick. So it kind of looks like that. Very flexible. Oh, a bit too close. A bit flexible. And I've actually got my setting. Got my setting on 2, the lever on the side of your Scan and Cut. It may ask you to do that. It may not. It's just because it's a little bit thicker. It depends on how thick your foam is. I'll just move that so it's into a spot where it's going to cut it in the material. Pretty easy to move it around the screen. And we're going to go OK. And we'll select cut. And just check your settings. Now I've got half cut on still. So I'm going to go into the settings and turn that off because it's not what we want. So half cut off. I've obviously cut vinyl last. Now we can do a test. I often like to do a test, but I'm just going to have a little go because it's not a very big design anyway. Let's see what it does. Could be a disaster. We'll see. So now it's updated the time, so it was going to be a minute to start with. Now it's 2 minutes. That could mean it's going to do a second pass because it's not a very big design. Let's see what it does. Yep, it's going around for a second one. So it's doing its second pass now. Just see if I can move the camera. Problem will be getting the camera back to the same spot we had it a minute ago. I'm just going to do 3. And it's only got a minute to go. My mat's not very sticky at the moment, so hopefully that's not going to cause it any grief. It's just about ready to be restuck with some more zig. Oh, it's going to do a 4th pass. That's interesting. So the good news is it seems to be doing the pass in the same place each time. I've had a few designs where when it does a second or a third pass, often the third pass, that it's not aligned properly. And this is really annoying. I haven't really worked out what the solution for that is. But this one looks like it's coming along quite nicely. There we go. Let's have a look what's happened with it. I'll just get the tape off it. If you use tape, you need to make sure you tape the tape fairly firmly to your mat because you don't want to lose it inside of your machine. Oh, look at that come out. Oh, that's pretty good. Now I'll just get so I can access. Oh, there we go. Just flick those bits everywhere. I'll pick them up in a minute. A little bit. Don't know whether you can see it's a little bit rougher than I would have liked just there. That might just pull up. Oh, yeah, it's coming off. So it might actually tidy up a little bit. In general, it's done a pretty good job. I'm actually relatively pleased with that. So that bit there might just lift off too. It's a bit of the thread type thing. Look at that. Little tiny chunk out there. Flip it over, it looks much better. There we go. Didn't have to change anything too much. One thing to watch is that lever on the side. It'll ask you, it'll bring up a message if it wants you to change it, if you've got it on one and it needs two. It will depend on of your material you're cutting, whether it needs one or two. And there we go. Give it a try. All right, thanks, bye.